You buy the best food, the nicest toys, thinking that's what love looks like. But here's the twist, your dog doesn't care about any of that as much as you think. Science shows it's the tiny moments you repeat every day that shape how they feel about you. 1. Eye contact matters. You know that moment when your dog looks straight into your eyes and you instinctively look away? Most people do. But here's what almost no one realizes. That tiny moment you break is actually where the real connection begins. If you've ever done that without thinking, comment 1. Back in 2015, researchers in Japan found something incredible. When dogs and owners hold soft eye contact, both release oxytocin, the same bonding hormone, between a mother and her baby. Same chemical, same moment. But when they tested wolves raised by humans, nothing happened. This connection exists only between you and your dog. So this isn't just a look, it's biology. And here's the part most people miss: when you look away too quickly, you're cutting that loop short. Next time your dog holds your gaze, stay there just a few seconds longer. Because in that silence, something real is happening. 2. They understand you. Right after those quiet moments of eye contact, you probably start talking to your dog in that soft, slightly ridiculous voice you'd never use around other people. And most people assume it's just the tone that matters. As long as it sounds loving, it works. But that's not actually true. In 2018, researchers at the University of York tested this in a very specific way. They played dogs 3 types of recordings: a warm, playful voice with meaningful words, the same warm tone with meaningless words, and normal adult speech. And dogs only moved closer in one situation, when the tone and the words both made sense to them. Then a 2016 fMRI study showed something even deeper. Dogs process words in the left hemisphere, the same side humans use for language, and their reward center only activates when tone and meaning align. So here's the twist: your dog isn't just feeling your voice, they're understanding it, which means every time you speak, they're reading both what you say and how you say it. 3. Stop ignoring them. You walk through the door, and you've probably heard this before. Ignore your dog. Stay calm. Don't reward the excitement. Sounds logical, right? But it's completely backward. A 2021 survey of nearly 2,000 dog owners found something surprising. Dogs with separation issues were more likely to have owners who greeted them calmly. The colder the return, the worse the anxiety. Not better. Then a 2014 study looked at what actually happens inside your dog's body. When owners combined touch with a warm voice during reunion, oxytocin, the bonding hormones, stayed elevated even after the moment ended. No touch, no connection. The effect disappeared. Here's what most people miss. Your return isn't just a moment. It's a biological reset. And you only get a small window. So next time you come home, don't hold back. Say their name. Get down to their level. Let them feel you're really there. Because to your dog, that moment is everything. 4. Walks. Done wrong. Most walks feel productive. Distance, covered pace, controlled your dog right, by your side. It looks like discipline. It feels like you're doing it right. But from your dog's perspective, that's not a walk. It's an escort. In 2019, researchers split dogs into 2 groups for 2 weeks. One followed strict heel commands. The other was allowed to explore freely, stopping, sniffing, choosing their own path. Same time outside, same environment, but completely different results. The dogs that used their nose became noticeably more optimistic. The others, no change at all. Here's why: when your dog follows scent, it activates the dopamine reward system in their brain. It's not just movement, it's mental stimulation. And here's the paradox: you'll walk less distance, but your dog comes home more fulfilled. So next time, slow down. Let them lead. Let them stop where they want. Because to your dog, the walk isn't about where you go. It's about what they discover along the way. 5. Let them win. You've probably heard this before: never let your dog win tug of war. If they win, they'll think they're in charge. Sounds convincing, but it's wrong. In 2002, researchers tested this directly with golden retrievers. Some dogs always won. Others always lost. And here's what they found: dominance didn't change at all. Winning didn't make dogs harder to control. But something else did change. After play, dogs became more attentive and focused on their owners. And the ones who got to win, they showed even stronger engagement. Now here's the part almost no one talks about. How you behave during the game matters more than the outcome. Studies show that warm praise and physical affection lower your dog's cortisol. But tension, correction, or discipline during play actually raises stress. So it's not about control, it's about connection. Sometimes let them win, because what your dog remembers isn't the rope, it's how you made them feel. 6. Train before meals. Right before you feed your dog, there's a small window almost everyone wastes. Most people think training needs time, long sessions, Perfect routines. But here's the truth, your dog's brain doesn't measure minutes. It measures meaning. In a 2016 fMRI study, dogs were trained to associate one signal with food and another with praise from their owner. And for many of them, the reward center in the brain lit up just as much for praise, sometimes even more than food. Think about that. Some dogs, when given the choice, ran to their owner instead of the food bowl. But here's the catch. Training style matters more than duration. Harsh methods increased cortisol and made dogs more pessimistic even outside training. That stress carries over. While reward-based training, it builds confidence, calm connection. So try this just 3 minutes before meals. Simple commands. Clear praise. Because over time, your dog stops working for food and starts working for you. 7. Your energy matters. This last one feels almost too simple because it looks like you're doing nothing. No commands, no play, no petting, just sitting there. But here's what most people don't realize. Even your silent presence is changing. Your dog's body. Studies on shelter dogs found that just having a human sit quietly in the same room reduced cortisol almost as much as active play or touch. No interaction needed, just being there. But then a newer study in 2025 revealed something deeper. Researchers tracked dog-owner pairs over time and found that what affected the dog most wasn't what the owner did. It was what the owner carried inside. If you come home still replaying work stress in your head, your dog feels it. Their cortisol rises with yours. Not because of your actions, but your state. So here's the twist. You can sit right next to your dog and still feel absent to them. Once a day, close everything. Put your phone down. Be fully there. Because your dog isn't just watching what you do. They're reading who you are in that moment. Here's what most people miss after all of this. None of it requires more money. No special tools. No complicated routines. It's just the small things, holding eye contact a little longer, greeting them with real warmth, letting them lead the walk for once. And here's the deeper truth. Your bond with your dog isn't abstract. It's written in biology, in oxytocin, in cortisol, in a brain that can value your voice the same way it values food, which means this connection isn't built in big moments. It's built or slowly broken in the ones you barely notice. So now I'm curious, which one are you actually going to try first? If this shifted how you see your dog, comment "got it" and follow for more.